Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Counter-Strike fans, conscious gaming fans, and all of the three squirrels that watch us from that far tree along the way. I'm WX Fan 21, joined by ReserveWolf here on commentary, and we had a surprise for you all tonight. But that surprise is going to have to wait till next week because there were some technical difficulties on our end. So unfortunately, we couldn't debut it. But we are here. It's Conscious Gaming, starting off on the CT side here on Inferno. You do see us live hanging out right now. We were around and again. Had some technical difficulties. Wanted to do something really cool. And couldn't end up doing it here. So no big deal. We'll show that off next week. And let's go. 2-0. Nice round there from Lay and Conscious Gaming. They did win the knife. By the way, that knife round, really nice 1v2 clutch from Lay in the knife round. And here we go. ReserveWolf, welcome on in.
Well, it is a good welcome in. It is a good welcome in. After the slight technical difficulties we had, it may come tonight, it may not. We'll just have to see, you know. Things happen, and yeah, a very good start right here from Conscious Gaming against a team that is currently 5-4. Conscious Gaming sitting at 4-5 right now, so really need to snag as many rounds as they can.
So here's the thing we've seen from Conscious Gaming. We've seen them have games of brilliance, and we've seen them have games that they struggle. I don't want to say the question of which team is going to show up today, but which team is going to show up today, right? We know that when Dreams is on, when Psych is on, everything is typically flowing, right? Like Lay plays his parts well. Hobo's back, by the way. He plays his parts well. We know Mute is really good as well. I want to see a bit more cohesion from this team, right? That's what I want to see from them here. Crooked finds the opening kill onto Mute over here towards that B bomb site. After the banana player has already fallen, it's going to be up to none other than Psych with just the MP9. Could do a little bit of damage here. We know how dangerous that MP9 is, especially in close quarters combat. Dreams will find 2. Psych now left alone in a 1v2. And of all of the rifles they had, all the SMGs gone, Psych has a kit, a smoke, and an A4 in a 1v2 here on the A-bomb site. He's caught one open. He finds the first, finds the second, left in the third. This kid is back.
Absolutely beautiful stuff right there from Conscious Gaming. That was a round that they probably should have lost and was really, really close to getting to that point. But, man, Psych just coming in and clutching it up.
And in this eco round here, I'd like to hit you with a little bit of a fact here from my New England Patriots calendar. Shout out to my brother who got this to me last Christmas for this year. Did you know, ReserveWolf, that the number 17 overall draft pick, John Stevens, rushed for 1,168 yards for the 9-win Patriots in 1988 and was named the Associated Press's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year?
No, I did not. I did not know that at all. I'm wearing my Pro Football Hall of Fame shirt right now.
Here you go. Okay, now that the eco round's over, let's get back to the Counter-Strike. I mean, you could have a little bit of fun, right? Like, after that 1v2 brilliance, Psych should have been dead to rights there. He should have had no shot at even getting the first kill back in round 3, but he pulls it right out of his rear end and pulls it off. So, here's the deal, folks. The reason we were a little late to stream, okay, and I just want to put this out there, we had a special surprise for you. Player cams. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the player cams to work because their audio was coming through the camera. We're going to try to get it to work again, so don't you worry. I'm very excited to have some player cams. And, good for Conscious Gaming here. You know, I said a couple of rounds ago, Wolfie, which team was going to show up, and I didn't want to say that. But, you know, we've had the pleasure of casting for this team now, not only this season, but a little bit of last season. you want a team that you're casting for to do well. You know, you get invested in the players, invested in the organization. But this is a team that looks like they are pissed off. They are motivated. I mean, Lay is 9-1. This team looks completely different. Quite frankly, I know it's early. We're through 5 rounds. We're into round 6. This is the best this team has looked all season.
It is. It truly is, and I'm excited for them to finally really show what they
What
can
the
do.
cookies was that? Did you just see that?
I did not. I'm doing our behind the scenes.
One of the other players was on top of Sykes' head and just did a running boost. It was amazing. So, we've got... Can anyone else hear audio? I can't hear anything. There we go. Here we go. Flashbang out from S37. Making their way through top of mid. So take a look at this here, Wolfie. We've got a nice 3v2. Dreams lays out the triple. And Tech and Tech out here. Triple kill for them. On for the clutch. And also on for the ace. Technical. You know what? I just realized this. It's technical. But I like Technical better, so we're gonna go with that. Nicely done. So, folks, make sure you drop some hearts for ReserveWolf in the YouTube chat. And I'll tell you why. He's been doing an amazing job. He is producing and observing as well as casting. I greatly appreciate him doing that. He doesn't have to do that. I appreciate him doing that. So make sure you show him some love in there. The streams have definitely gotten better. Look, I've got a gaming laptop. It was not made for streaming. Nor necessarily were laptops ever made for streaming. But, anyway. Take a look at what we got here. Just, Lapse is really struggling here to find anything work on their T side. Yeah, they got a kill here on the Dreams, but at this point, Hobo and Lay are just... They're just out here doing damage. Lay, have yourself a map, sir. He's 11-2.
That's just he's playing absolutely unreal right now, out of his mind.
He has almost as many kills as the entirety of Lapse right now combined. It's never the stat you want to hear, my friend. But you know what the fans do want to hear? Your beautiful dulcet tones, so why don't you take this round away?
I absolutely will. No problem for me.
Play your cams. Play your cams.
We're so close. We're so close. I think things are finally working.
Nope. Nope. I hear comms.
Do you?
Yep.
That is so unfortunate.
Sorry, guys. These are the technical issues we had before. So we got the player cams for everyone from Conscious Gaming, but the problem is their audio is coming through. And that's obviously not something we ever want to publicize. So we're going to bring the HUD off real quick. You're not going to see the HUD for a little bit. ReserveWolf's going to go ahead and remove those player cams for you. I'm going to be bringing you the action here. Don't you worry. Again, shoutouts to ReserveWolf for doing all the producing. We're down to a 3v3. And now Bauer, who we really haven't said their name too much at all, finally making their way over on in. We have one out to Boosted Flower. Flower has been completely overlooked. I get you're struggling. You're down 0-7. But not being able to clear Flower like that, which is such a normal clear spot, really rough there for Bauer, but nevertheless, we do have Lapse, who I think is finally going to get a bomb plan for the first time this game. Oh, it's gonna be second time this game. They got it in the pistol. A nice shot from S37, who unfortunately is left alone in the 1v3 clutch here, using that beautiful op fade. Nice shot, but can't convert the kill on Delay, who is literally styling and profiling right now. He did that with a Tech 9, Wolfie.
Wow.
He did that with a Tech 9.
Man, 8-0. 8-0. We've been having tech issues all around, and somehow they have taken 8 rounds of the progress of that. 8 in a row, and Prolapse just look absolutely tilted right now. I mean, you have 2 players sitting.
Prolapse look lost.
Yeah.
They look lost. It's not even tilted. Like, they look lost. It's one of those things that's like, nothing we're doing is working type of deals. Listen, you and I have been in competitive Counter-Strike teams. We know what that's like.
I'd say the comms are pretty quiet over there. Vibes do not seem high at all. And it looks like.
I mean, that's the part. I mean, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Did you hear what I did? The porch player got the information that there were a couple of footsteps and apps. Just like one of those little things. Right? Like, Conscious Gaming are putting themselves in such amazing spots. They really, really are. Wolfie, why don't you take this round away? The people miss your dulcet tones.
I do too. And
you do it too!
see that little bit of space by Archer right here? They can go through CT right here. There's absolutely nothing stopping them. I don't see why they're not. They just get mowed down by Hobo. See, technical, he's able to get a kill. They kind of got the site, but they didn't check the pit player out. Lay's on the site. He's now getting a couple kills. Nate comes out. It's going to do a little bit of damage. Box is going to be able to get that kill right there. It's going to be up to Sight and Mute to try and retake this site and get the 9th in a row. Bomb goes down. Cricket holding back a sight here. You'll see technical. He's going to go towards that pit position. Of course, Graveyard now taking out. So these retakes on the A site have become a little bit easier. See Mute and Sight making their way around right here. Going to have to run into that pit player. Sight going to go up 2 apps. Maybe taking up a little bit too much time right here. 15 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to find a way to go fast. They get volleyed out. Sight going to be able to get that player.
Oh
Sight
my gosh.
Backside player. Does it there. Hits the shot. Swings it out. And Crooked is going to be able to get that 2 kills right there. An absolute clutch play to secure Prolapse's first round.
What a clutch from Crooked. And again, you were right. Conscious Gaming, they left themselves no time for that retake. Beautiful opening kill from Psych, though.
It was gorgeous.
I think one thing that, you kind of caught out there was, and this is the second thing. Do you remember what I mentioned about Bauer just a couple of rounds ago, not clearing flower?
I do.
Not clearing pit. I mean, I don't even think there was any utility there to clear the pit player. I understand it's one of those weird spots, especially where you're literally coming in from archers. It's such a far away clear. But, like, if anybody had a piece of utility to at least flash the pit player, just not the greatest in terms of gameplay there. But again, it's Prolapse's first. They get the round. And, maybe that at least changes the vibes a little bit. Maybe gets him to breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. And Psych. Oh, dear. Oh dear. Oh, dear. Psych. He got a couple hairs shaved off his character. Oh, he got a little haircut. Oh, dear. Take a look at Hobo. He don't give a... But, yeah. Psych is the only one left alive in this round. He's going to hang out over on B. He might head to Anubis, grab some of the beans, go back to B, and munch on him while he waits till the next round.
That would be valid. I would support that.
Could somebody please tell me why there are beans on Anubis? Why are there randomly red beans in giant baskets all throughout the map? Why? They're out of place! Somebody explain this to me! What's the lore of the red beans?
The beans. I really think you're looking too deep into it. There's nothing much you need to know about that. You need to stop asking questions.
I mean, was the repair team that hungry?
There's
That
going
all you had were red beans?
There's going to be consequences if you keep talking about this. You don't want to test the red beans.
You're not Valve. You can't tell me what to do.
Or can I?
Right click ReserveWolf, kick from Discord. No, I'm kidding. YouTube chat is quiet. They're locked in.
Some
They're
hype.
focused. Lay is 14-4.
Wow.
That's insane. Tactical timeout is over for Conscious Gaming. You know, for all the rounds in a row they've won, it's not exactly like there's a lot of, what do you call it, money for them. I mean, Sykes got 5,700, but the 3 other players kind of broke here. It's gonna be a really weird situation here heading into round 12 should they lose this round. Even if they win it, there's gonna have to be a gun or two dropped over. I feel like this upper porch play is very underrated.
Yeah, it really
You know what I
is.
mean? Oh dear!
Did not work out for him that time. I mean,
And no, it didn't.
I'm pretty sure this map is 51% T win rate. So no matter what, Conscious Gaming have had a superb half, but taking these last 2 rounds would have been huge, but they're going to have to fight for the last one, and the economy's looking pretty good for the next one. Psych with a lot of money. He's going to get even more off that kill right there. Other players not doing so well, but Mute and Psych should be able to carry the burden of it if they both survive this round. If they can keep getting a little bit more kills right here, it should work out for them a little bit better. I mean, look at this alt mid player. If he gets swung out right here, he dies. And now you have that apps player. He's going fast right now. Mute's going to have a good angle on him if he comes to that doorway. Just going to wait for some aggression right there. And a great little round conjured up by Conscious Gaming, even with a loss. Going to take some weapons out of the hands of Prolapse, and it's going to leave them a little bit more broke than they should be. Will be a full buy
You know,
for all the
Sonny.
players on the Conscious Gaming.
You know, Sonny, back in my day, we had to play Counter-Strike with the duck hunt gun peripheral. We had to point and click at the screen. We didn't have these keyboards and the mouses and all the gimmicks going on. We had to use a duck hunt peripheral, and when we saw an opponent, we had to yell, "Oh!" Anyway, I just felt like saying that. I don't know if you could hear the face palm from ReserveWolf there,
Oh,
but
my Lord.
yeah.
It's been a day.
Brother, you're so young, I don't even think you know what Duck Hunt is.
You know what Dunk Hunt is? Are we so? It's like one of the most iconic games ever made.
Pong?
I feel like Duck Hunt is more iconic than Pong. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say.
Ooh, that might be a hot take. Speaking of hot takes, Conscious Gaming, we're 8-0, and we've kind of lost the last 3 here, and I don't think it's a hot takey to say at all that maybe Prolapse, a little too late, finally we're able to get something going.
Yeah, and they're trying to continue this. If Free Falling can get through CT here, through Arches, it will be big. I mean, they already have the B site under wraps if they take out Psych, but it is Psych, and he's going to swing out, try and get that spray transfer down. Not going to be able to. You see Free Falling, he's coming across right now. He's going to be able to take out Mute. No, he's not. Mute going to be able to avoid it. Finally goes down. Last round of the half, so Dreams has to go for this one. gonna grab that AK right there, gets smoked off, gets the first kill, turns
No
around
way.
quickly, gets the second, and he's gonna get the defuse. What a beautiful round and clutch by Dreams right there. Gorgeous.
The nuts on him. Dude, the way he didn't even wait. He's like, I'm getting the AK, and he just dry peeked lane, gets the kill, and the flick around. The poor first Oranges player is like, where'd my support go? And Dreams gets the kill. What a way to close that half.
That was gorgeous. I have used the word beautiful and gorgeous so much today, but the way Conscious Gaming's playing, I'm in such a good mood. How could I not be in such a good mood when they're doing this?
You tell him. Go Power Rangers.
They should go back around Banana right here. They already have Psych and Hobo in position for it right now. There's only one player on B. Prolapse are going to start reading this fake right here. See Bauer, he's coming in. Technical did not want to commit to it, so now they're walking up Banana. This is a great play right now. Prolapse still has most of the players on A. They're keeping close so they can rotate, but they're moving up too far. They're overcommitting onto the A site. Dreams peeks out. They're going to find the player towards Coffins. Going to be able to smoke off CT. Flash comes out. S37 going to get taken out by Hobo. Not before he takes out Psych, though. And what a great call right there.
Nice done. Oh, free fall and deletes mute from the map. What a kill. This has been a really nice plant by Conscious Gaming, but this retake from Prolapse is something else. Okay. Gonna reset. Tap 1, tap 2. I thought he was gonna get the third. I would have jumped out of my seat. Are you kidding me? That was so cool.
It was cool, but it wasn't awesome.
You're cool.
You're cooler.
Oh, thank you.
You're so well.
Oh, go Bay.
It's a good trade, though.
I love how the Kobe kill came first, and then Dreams got the kill. It's fantastic. That's a big round for Prolapse as well to get that pistol, because if they had lost that might have been the game.
Conscious Gaming's in a really good spot to win this round right now, though. It's really an equal set of buys right here.
And it's a good spacing, too.
The smoke will draw it off a little bit. But
Okay.
Conscious Gaming really don't have a care in the world, it feels like. They spot one. Huge kill. And the site is taken over now.
But look at this pincer. One's going to come in from library, one's coming in from lane, and Technical needs to just chill. Should not be going in without his teammate. And Technical doesn't care. Nice retake.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. Spectacular. Diabolical.
Adjectives!
There's 2 rounds in a row where Conscious Gaming without the bomb plant. They have a 3-round loss bonus now, so money won't be too tight for the next round, but for this round, going to be Deagles and some upgraded pistols, a few bits of util on Hobo and Mute and Lay. So they'll try and get something done here. Lay going to go with the MAC-10, actually. It'll be interesting to see what he can get done with that. just full apps aggression right here, and they're 2 players.
There is a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in terms of this utility. I mean, respect. Baiting out the utility. There's really not much else Conscious Gaming can do. I mean, they did invest a lot of utility here for a take. Multiple flashbangs, multiple smoke grenades. So far it's working, but Bauer with the buzzsaw can only pull off one. Are we looking at another Conscious Gaming eco round victory? It sure looks possible.
It's going to be a little bit tough to hold here. They still only have 1 rifle. Other 2 players have deagles on their body. And Free Falling's in a really good spot right here. He can hear the players. He's going to have to take out that pit player. Is successful. Looking for the side player now. Going to be able to get him. No! Just gets out of the way. And Dreams peeked out at the right moment. But the shots just did not hit.
It did not. Wow. Listen, that was impressive. That was really impressive. I mean, these retakes from Prolapse have been really, really nice. The one positive for Conscious Gaming, 3 bomb plants in a row.
Yeah. And now you have that 4-round loss bonus. I mean, if you lose this one, off another bomb plant, you're still not going to be broke, but they need to win this one. They need to get themselves in the double digits, show themselves that they can do it. It's been all CT in the second half, so just getting something going here. Psych maybe pushing up a little bit too far right there, getting stuck in between the detail. Hobo with a lot of aggression here. There's the case. In the abs. Going to get the first one, needs to get the second. Doesn't turn around for it, so it's going to be up to Lay now. He's walking. Here's him rotating back. It's going to be a goal right here. He's going to get spotted out, and he needs to fire his gun right there. He's just going to have to let him get away. Going to watch down this archer angle now. Not going to be able to get that kill. Maybe a little bit overzealous in that situation on A.
Just a little bit. Just Gaming in a little bit of a rough spot here. They had so much advantage in that 8-0 run that it's now been a 6-1 run for Prolapse. And Conscious Gaming now have gone from looking utter dominant to almost like Prolapse have kind of anti-shredded them just a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little. As I say that as Mute deletes S37 from the map. Now the only player left here is Crooked. Oh, that was a triangle right there. It's like all 3 of us like, hey, one of us gonna walk up in the box and let's all 3 of us peek pit at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Someone
angle.
should like clip that or screenshot it. But here we go again, Technical, who's really been the bright spot for Prolapse, 17 and 10. But unfortunately, there's only so much you can do as Conscious Gaming are the first team to find double digits. Mr. Fantastic Wolfie.
You can just call me Mr. Reserve Wolf. I think that's what you meant to say.
Mr. Reserve Wolf, the Fantastic, the third Wolfie.
Oh, you're the goat. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, thank you all. Thank you very much. I'm welcome? Oh, thank you. It's been a long day.
It has. It has. Immediately getting the stream up and hearing the team you're casting for calming has been a little bit jarring. I'm not gonna lie to you, WX fan.
Yeah, I kind of came in the Discord a little loud, shall we say? And let's just say it was very funny.
It was startling. I got startled.
No, right now, Prolapse are the ones getting startled. They had a 6-1 run. They got stopped there in round 16. Round 17, it's like, eh. There's not much you can do. The economy for them was broken. And now this is not the spot you wanted to be on the CT side with how rough the economy situation is here. Now, Crooked is at least going to be able to find a rifle. Is he going to be able to keep it is going to be the next thing. It's Smokey over there. He's going to try upgrading that AK. Good night. Lay's got 20 kills.
Big old 20 bomb for Lay. You know, it'd be nice if we could see his reaction. It'd be awesome, actually. I would love that.
I'm not the producer.
Well, you know whose fault it isn't? It's not my fault. It's my HUD's fault. My HUD, I love you, but why is there audio coming through the overlay? Anyways,
why are you yelling at
I'm
me?
upset! But you want to know what I'm not upset about? Conscious Gaming is up 11-6, and they're looking to take this one. I mean, they have this absolute goal right here once they take out Bauer.
Oh, dear.
It's locked. S37, he's going to be the last one there. He gets spotted.
Oh, hasta la vista, baby. Lay just went in and just sent him to the bench. Oh, that was a perfect angle, too. I don't know who this observer is, but he's pretty cool.
Anyway. Sometimes I be observing it. I just be observing. They need to get these rifles out of the hands of Prolapse. They have the money.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Have fun.
When they win these 2 rounds, I'm gonna go to bed. It's gonna have to.
So what you're saying is you're ready to play cash on the team. I heard you're ready to play the cash.
I'm not ready to play cash. Cash doesn't start with an S or an L. It has an E in it. I don't think it has a P.
Anyway.
Prolapse are broke.
Mapping game point for Conscious Gaming. Yeah, unfortunate Prolapse even having the 1 round loss when Conscious Gaming went to 10. Just for them, unfortunately, put yourselves in a really rough spot. We know how tough the CT side of the economy is anyway. But just losing those rifles was so pivotal. And unfortunately, just you're now cut down to these 4 spies here. I'm sorry. What? Crooked trying for a little swag 7 action. And gets the kill.
2 kills now.
But can they hold? Technical and S37 are low on health. And we still get a lurker. Mute is still lurking over towards B. This could pay off huge here for Conscious Gaming. Dreams and Lay. 2 heavy hitters for the side of Conscious Gaming are coming in. They took out 2 of the full hit point players. 33 seconds. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know where they're going.
They have time.
They are going to stay with A. But the bomb rotates out of apartments. And I don't know if it's the right idea. Oh, I don't think Mute cared. All the high players that had high health are gone. Technical, as good as he has been, unfortunately, there's just not much he can do. He's left alone. 1v3. Didn't really matter. Conscious Gaming with a really nice, convincing win.
was
was
gorgeous.
huge.
Gorgeous.
That's the game that they needed to turn their season around. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and both teams are going to move to an even 5-5 in their seasons now. So Prolapse was really looking to go 2 games over 500 right there, and Conscious Gaming was looking to go an even 500. So one team got the victory, one team did not. Conscious Gaming going to be walking away with a smile that we can't see on their faces, and I could be happier.
So again, we apologize, folks. We had player cams tonight. We tried twice. One thing we'll never do as professionals is ever let, no matter what team that we're teams casting for, we will never let their commentary ever be aired publicly. That is not something we ever want to do. That's strats, that's callouts, that's what we will never ever, even though these streams are delayed. We will never, ever let that happen. That's not what we want to do as professionals. So what we're going to do is we're going to get with the technical folks over at MyHUD, and we're going to try figuring out how to make sure we can get the cams, but we need to splice out the audio. And we will figure that out. But hopefully we'll have player cams for next week. But regardless of player cams or not, what a dominant performance from Conscious Gaming.
Yeah, so Conscious Gaming, that feels like the team that we've been waiting to see all season. They've had wins.
Agreed.
But no win has been as dominant as that one, I feel.
Even though they gave up those like 6, 7, 8 rounds, it didn't matter because this team went from dominating 8-0 to then a 6-1 run for Prolapse, but then Conscious Gaming got back to where they had that 8-0 run. And it was so crucial for them to be able to get themselves back in a spot where they're like, wait a minute, we know how good we were playing. Okay, we gave up several rounds, but they came back. They had good positioning. They won their duels. And even if one person, you saw it there in the last round, even after the shotgun kill, it was positioning, it was pre-fire, it was winning your duels, it was spacing. They did everything right. So in terms of dominance, it's not a 13-1, it's not a 13-0, it's not a 13-2. The scoreboard isn't going to tell you what you witnessed in the game. It was dominance. It was a little hiccup in the middle, but it was also, I think, a little bit of anti-stratting also on the side of Prolapse. They kind of got a feel for what was happening on the CT side, and on the T side, they exploited it. Pistols, conversions, and first buys, those are what they are. But still, really, you can't take anything from Prolapse. But this is one thing that you chalk it up to, okay, we lose it, we're on to the next game. This is the game that I think changes Conscious Gaming's season. It's a statement win off the back of statement-making gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to bring attention to the round swings here because there are some interesting ones on both sides. So Dreams ended up having a plus 5.79% round swing this game, and Psych was just behind him with a 5.27%. So that is some insane numbers for both players to have together. And they did get a little bit of help from Prolapse because the two bottom players in round swing was S37 had a negative 8.85% round swing, and Bauer was sitting at a negative 11.49%. So Conscious Gaming just really outdueling everybody at the bottom of the leaderboard for Prolapse and just exploiting those early pressure situations.
We saw it on both sides, right? We saw the entries on their T side, but we also saw the clutches that came off of some of them. And let's face it, too, even off of those numbers, you had Lay, who would just dominate sites. Dreams would dominate sites. And I go back to Dreams not giving a... Just picks up this, drops the yaw, picks up the AK, swings into B-site lane, knocks out the first player, flicks back to catch the player first oranges, who was like, do I peek? What do I do? Take the kill? Like, you could tell the pick on the lane player really threw the other B-site defender completely off guard. And It's those type of things where, again, you get back to these round swings where you have those types of things. You have that type of impact for your team. But with that being said, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Final thoughts of you, Reserve Wolf, other than you're ready for bed?
Thank you for your patience. I love you, Conscious Gaming.
All right, then. With that being said, we'll see you next week. Have a great and safe weekend, everybody.